Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you know, I built this sauna. It is working right now. I have still some small things to fix, like the corner wood, but the biggest problem I have at the moment is sometimes we have some splash rain here, and then the rain will enter until the wall there. So I ordered a glass door, a sliding glass door to close here. When I open it, it will slide in front of the window. Yeah. The light will still come through, so we still have a nice view inside the sauna. It was delivered today. The first thing I'm going to do is to unpack it now. It's quite heavy, but we'll manage. So, in order to fix it, I actually need a piece of wood as well, which I have to get at the hardware store. The reason why I need this piece of wood is here, the original beam where the glass will run around, where the rail of the glass will run, it's not straight. You can see it here. It's bent inwards, so we'll have to put a wood the complete length where the glass will go in order to mount it straight. But first, let's do the unpacking. Then I can measure how big the wood has to be. Then when I have the wood, I will paint it, and then I will let the paint dry so that the wood is completely waterproof before I go further with the mounting. So here should be the rail and everything inside. Looks like it, so goes smooth. The two rollers, the two ends of the rails, which should go here to stop the rail, the glass. Then some mounting screws and the rail. So the rail comes in two parts and has to be assembled together. Only then we know the complete length. These are the distance brackets. And this, I assume, is the guide on the ground. So, this one gets connected together like this and held in place when this bolt is put in. So this is the complete length we need. Which is then 1.83 meters. If I measure here, but I need to do at least 40 centimeters more because the glass door is not exactly as wide as the opening. So $183. We go at least for 223, so let's make it 240. Usually I should get wood in that length. Can also be made out of two pieces, but better for the stability would be one long piece together. Here we have the plant. I'll pick that later. Here we have the plan how to assemble it. Here is the length for the overthrow, but I will not even come here. I will stay away and put one frame there to the wall that the glass goes towards wood. Most important for me is then the height, and here is written floor height plus 43. That should be then enough distance from the ground that the glass never touches the ground. So let me put these parts by side. So, and inside here should be the glass. Even though that on the sales platform they wrote it's one piece of glass, obviously it's 2 or even 3 pieces. But that doesn't make a big difference. The good thing is the whole thing is then hanging, so there shouldn't be an issue with the stability. The bigger problem would be if the glass is standing, in my opinion. So they said it's an aluminum frame with ESG. ESG is one Scheibensicherheitsglas, means one glass panel temperature hardened. So usually in English I think it's just called tempered glass. So yeah, we have center frame. Then this is the upper frame, which has the connection holes for the rollers. Then we have lower frame and side frames. That's okay. And this one, H is a connector, I assume. Then we have the connection screws with tools, and it looks like that the glass is unharmed because the package was actually damaged, but it seems like everything is fine. So then the next thing to do is, as I said, I need a wood up here. Now it says height plus 43. The height I ordered is not written here. So I will have to assemble the glass first, but on the package should be also written which one I ordered. There are quite some numbers on it. If I remember right, it's 205 tall. If it's 205, then we would be here. Yeah, that's too much. I can't go below this. So the wood should be 25 centimeters wide. Let me write it down. By 250. So I can go to the hardware store and get this now. It's just about lunchtime here, Saturday. So they are closing. They are not closed yet. There's enough time. I'll see you when I'm back.
A few moments later.
So I'm back. What I bought is a 3S wood, which is usually used for concrete. How do you call it? To build concrete walls, yeah. And it's very strong. It's weatherproof. It's straight. And now I will cut it in the width I need. But first, I will unpack the glass here and maybe even use the wood as a table to put the glass together the way it's supposed to. I want to put the glass pieces into the sauna first so they are safe. Then I use this place to build a small table with the wood I just bought, and then I can assemble the glass door there and get it out of the way, and then I cut the wood. The reason why I want to put it in the sauna is there are actually two. First, the sun is not touching the glass directly inside here, so it won't get too hot, which shouldn't be an issue later anyway, because it will be here in the sun actually. And yeah, I need this to assemble the door and to cut the wood, so I need to make a little bit space here. On this tempered glass, the thing you have to take care the most of, I don't know how often this would fall down today. Never touch something hard with the edges of the glass. Here in the center the glass is almost hammer proof, very strong, but the edges, especially the corners, there the glass can crack quite easily. And since it's safety glass, it will crack in thousand small pieces. So let me get some styrofoam to put in between the glasses I just put inside. Yep. So, then let's see how this glass door is assembled. So we have 3 glasses. This one, so we have P5, P6, P2, P6 supposed to be down, then we have P1 and P4 and P3. So P5, as I said before, is up. So here is written P1 goes to P5 and P2 goes to P6. So P2, P6, P1, P5. And then okay, first they say we start with the P4 in between. So P4 is this. This was. The wind is not really helping here. Okay, the P3 goes to connect P1 and P2 then. So we don't need that right now. And we start with P4 2 times, where we have to assemble the 3 glasses into each other. So, was ist das? Montageklebstoff. Montageklebstoff klingt gut. So it's on the manual is written I should use So on the manual is written I should use silicone to connect, but I rather use this Sikaflex glue. This is also used to glue-on fenders on cars by the manufacturer. So this will definitely be strong enough. Let me get the instructions back. So then let me get one glass here first, and we start in the middle. So first glass, drawing of the glass down, or painting the glass down. Then it says fill here with silicone. Okay. Then we can put the second one here. Push it in here. So we need silicone or Sikaflex also in here. So again, making sure that the black stripes here are on the ground or on the bottom. And I push it in. Okay. Then prepare the same thing here. So, also pushed in. Then this is up number 5. These are the sides here. So this one here and this one here. Today there's quite some traffic on the way. Usually it's not that exciting on a Saturday. So this one then goes in here. Yeah. So we can put a little bit silicone in here as well. Then these come here. And to reinforce the whole thing, these ones get pushed in here. There's a hole, so this hole has to fit. I'll put a little bit glue in here, just so that the whole thing will not shake later. Same on the other side. Putting a little bit glue on it again and pushing it in. Until the hole fits. Then we do the same thing from this side. So now we shift it here. Good. Both holes fit. The reason why we need the holes is here we will then screw in to this and this. Okay. So let me see if we need something else here. There just says silicone, silicone. Silicone, 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 There were small plastic parts along. Okay. The check. So this, there should be 2 corner pieces. Yep, they're here. And the 2 corner pieces come in here. So that's just for optics, nothing else. Then we can start to put silicone in here. Or should I put the down first? I think it's better I place the down frame as well. So here as well, Sika glue in. And put it on the glass. Yep. And then we can put the side pieces. Here are the screws. Put the whole thing together. Let me get the machine for it. So the screws are here, the machine is here. Now I can put Sika flex in here. And then finally fix it here. So one thing is it has to come here down together. Then it should come here together. Then it should also come here together. And of course, up here. Now the whole thing has to move a little bit more together. Okay, then the same thing on the other side. Sikaflex in. So, we still have to get it a little bit together. Maybe there was a little bit too much silicone or Sikaflex in it. Maybe if I stand it upright now, that it settles down, and I can tighten the remaining screws. So let me see if I can get this standing upright without anything breaking. This screw at the moment is touching the glass, so I will try to gently remove it. And then put it back when the whole frame is standing. Let's see if I can move that without it breaking. First I will have to stand it on the side. So shift front far enough that I'm behind the legs here, that when I move it up now, that the weight of the glass is within the legs of the stands I have here. So, and now I should be able bring this together and put this screw in without breaking anything. So that's the last screw here. Good. On some places I have excessive glue now. You can see it here, it came out here as well. But I will let it dry now, and then when it's dried, I will cut the glue off. Just don't want to touch it now. Now I would just spread it, I think. Yeah, just leave it for now, let everything dry up, and then we continue later. I will get the rope now to tie it here so that not the wind will carry it away or something like that. And yeah. So, this is the door. The door is 1 meter and 2.5 centimeters. So it will be like maybe here till here. So the first thing will be wood here, and then the door will be closing up here. Yeah, then so height is the door itself for the calculation we had before. So height of the door is 2 meters and 5 centimeters. So we need 2 meters and 10. 2 meters and 10 to the center of the rail we had up. Two meters and 10 to the rail. That means 2 meters and 8 from the ground up. So I will have to cut some of this. Anyway, make it 22 centimeters wide, and then we can cut it here. So we can cut this plank 22 centimeters wide. Today I really run into everything. Good, this is cut as well. Now I paint it fast. And then when the paint is dry, we can fix it up. That's one sharp screwdriver. Huh? So, and of course I dropped my roller here into the sawdust. The yellow coat which was on the wood before, or which is on the wood, is already waterproofing the wood. So this brown is actually only an optical coat. Because the yellow would quite shout from far. Sure, the more coat of paint you have, the more it lasts, as long as the coats bind very well to each other. But you don't have to push it. The most important thing is just that it looks even brown from far. Everything else is overdoing it. Here the coat has to be thick. After all, we cut the paint away. So we have small, yeah, that's not what I planned. I have small chunks of wood here. And then I will just later coat these 4 dots where we connected now, to make it even again. Or if this side turns out nice, this will just be the visual side, the visible side. I actually just recently talked with my wife about it. 5 years ago when she came to Austria, there were sometimes an hour or let's say a half an hour where not a single car would pass, especially on a Saturday like today. But yeah, things change. Yeah, and on top there is a construction site at the highway entrance. So some cars now take the land road, the free land road, instead of the highway because of the construction site. That might, of course, be a reason. So, since we are painting, I still have 2 pieces of wood I have to paint that I can do fast now as well. Even this wood now, it doesn't have to be beautiful. The important thing is that it's waterproof, because I will paint it again after I mount it. So just that everything is coated is important for now. I don't even know yet which side of the wood will be the visible one, so no need to stress about it for now. So one last coat here, just to be on the safe side. So I might have to cut this to lengths later, but that's not really an issue. Then we just cover this front side if necessary, which I actually don't think. Oh, yeah. Good, that's it. All the wood that needs to be painted is painted. Paint back in the shadow. So far so good. The wood is painted, the glass door is assembled. Now I let it dry a little bit, and I still have to make some other videos on the computer, so I'll come back in, let's say, 2 hours. See you guys later.
A few moments later.
So welcome back. The paint was able to dry up so far. It's dry to the touch. That's fine enough for me. What I want to do next is put these blinds in. All these screw holes here, just get a little bit of plastic in to make it look pretty. The Sika glue also had time to dry up a little bit, so the whole door is a little bit more stable than it was before. Then I can take the measurements again and put the wood we painted to the correct place, fix it, and then we can actually fix the glass door. If all goes well, we'll finish today. Would be nice, so I can rest on Sunday. So let's see. The plan says height of the door, so here to here, plus 43 millimeters. Therefore we get a 10 millimeters gap on the ground. That's what we want. So height plus 43. I'll measure the door again just to be on the safe side. So 2 meters and 5 centimeters. That is 2050 plus 43 is 2093. So we make it 2100 just to be on the safe side. I rather have the door a little bit up from the ground than touching the ground and spoiling the door. So let's see again, 2000. So we have here 2010. That's not good. It's not good at all. That would actually mean that I have to cut this wood off. Let me see again. 2100, yeah. It wouldn't be a big issue if I have to cut it. Yeah, I have to cut it. 2100 is the center of the rail. So I can actually just cut it with this straight there and then let the wood we cut stand here. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Yeah. Not much choice. That means I have to put the door somewhere else and then make a straight cut again. Remove the wood which I already put up there, cut it out, screw it out, unscrew it, however you want to call it. But yeah, that's what has to be done. So where do I put the door now? I think the easiest way is to place it here. Then I can tie it up again there. So it doesn't have to be too tight, just that it doesn't blow away. Now, when I fix this wood here, I put some screws from up down to fix it from top into that standing wood. So those screws I have to remove now. Okay, this battery has forsaken me. Let me get the bigger one. Then I take my Leatherman and cut the Sika flex along, because I sealed it. Okay. Then I need the measurement here. There we have 222. So here we have 30, approximately 30, yeah, 28. So there comes 200, 122 minus 38. So first I have to cut the wood that I can come here completely to the end, so I have to cut this out. And that should be 2 meters, 207.2. 2, 2, 2, 3. And here we have again 2072. 2072. So that's 150, 151. 151. And out here 67. 67. height 32. Then this and up here. So I need my jigsaw, and I guess I have to get a new battery for that. See you in a bit.
A few moments later.
So here we have our jigsaw. Okay, now I can slide it in here and put it to the other side and mark where the wood stops. So in here. So this is marked. Now let me check if it's straight up from the ground as I want it to be. 702. Okay, it's a little bit up, which is not too bad when if the glass goes up. It's actually not bad. How is it inside? Okay. Should work fine. So put it back one more time. Measure everything before I make it final. Therefore we need one screw. So let me just fix the wood. have 207, 2072, 208. So I can lift it up a little bit here and bring it back down there. Maybe we take a little cut out there. Let me check again. Yeah, cut a little bit out there. Then I can get a little bit higher. This wasp is disturbing me. Don't know, maybe it thinks it lives here now. There are two now. It's like they're trying to build a nest here, which I don't really appreciate. So let's check again. Two 2704. 2702, so a little bit down. Two 2702, 27, 272. Fine, much better. Okay. Then I can put the guide board up again. And this we put away. Now I can take the plunge saw and cut along again. So the rest goes again with the jigsaw. And I found the reason why the wasps are running around here. There's really a nest here. Can you see it? Here, fresh wasp nest. No wonder they are running around like crazy here. Let me see what they say if I remove it. So then I can cut down here. Okay. Now the good wasp cannot find its nest again anymore. Sorry for you. And let's just hope they don't sting me, because it's not like I'm allergic against it, but it hurts. I don't like pain too much. If it doesn't have to be painful, then why go for it? There's no need. So I'm going to check if my paint roller is still a little bit wet, so I can just paint. Yeah, should still work. Then I can just paint the upside of the wood and that place we cut here. So first here a little bit. And let's see if I can paint this without a wasp killing me. Okay. And let's see how it goes. Longer screws, stronger screws. So, Mr. Wasp, better run away because otherwise I will hurt you here, which is not what I intend. But I also don't want you to hurt me. Stop flying around my head. Okay, then we push it up a little bit here. Measure, measure. 272, 272, 272. Perfect. Parallel to the floor. The floor as a whole is going down, but the important thing is that we go parallel to the floor so that we start somewhere on this side and then suddenly edge into the ground with the door. So far, fine. Not enough screws. Okay. Let me get 2 more. Put them in here. So, looks smooth. Now I put a line of Sikaflex on top to secure it a little bit extra. Not that it's really needed, but rather a little bit too much than not enough. So here I try to get a little bit of Sikaflex in between the main beam and the wood I just put, so that it's kind of fixed like this and can't move too much. Now let me get the paint out again and just paint straight over this screws that it looks nice again. So, that done as well. If I find time and mood, I will fill up the screw holes with some wood plaster and then paint over it again. Some wood filler. But that's actually not needed right now. Now I have to check. First of all, I didn't fix the rollers yet on the door. Also, I don't know maybe I should fix the rollers first, then I can measure where they exactly go, and after I can measure that, I know where to put these fellas. So these two guys go. Still don't know what is in and out of the door. It doesn't show anywhere what's the inside of the door and what's the outside of the door. Does it matter actually? So we need 2,100. That's what I said before. $2,100. That's 30 mils up. That is 30 mils up. And then okay, they are slid in and then fixed. Okay, that means I can fix that later. Still, I have to fix the rollers up here to know where they belong. So for the door up, we have these Allen keys. and then these two rollers go up here. Fuck, that frame is hot. So one is connected. Okay. And let's put the rope back just to be on the safe side. Okay. Then here I want the door. I want the door to start from here in this direction, if possible, almost exactly here. So I will measure up where to go. So 875 comes the stop. 875. So for the stopper, they come in here, and of course from this side as well. So they show here the first stopper should be as close as possible to that hole. So we have 875 plus 60 is 135. $875. No, it's 935. 935. It will be the first hole here. So 935 plus minus 20, 935, dann haben wir 915. This should be the first hole and 30 millimeters up. That's where the first goes. Okay. So 30 up. Oh. Here also 30 up. Here also. PM. Don't remember why I set the alarm. Here 30 up. Fits. So this is where these screws will follow in. So these are going in. Of course they're a little bit too long now for the wood. So what I will do is now double up on the wood inside, just to reinforce it. Yep. So therefore I will cut another length down here. Let me measure how much I can. 60 would be perfect, and we go exactly in the middle of the wood. 60 fits. Good. So, this side we cut. So let's get this saw. Good. Now I can bring it in and fix it here from the back to reinforce the wood. Exactly like this. here 50. Okay. Okay. So all these points we marked before, or I marked before, to put the mounting bolts in. I put left and right one reinforcement screw to make it, to reinforce it on this place. Good, that should be enough. Yep, it's enough. Then I drill the holes. Okay, that one is too big. And one last one. Now a little bit paint on it again. Nah, shit. Sorry, Mr. Wasp. Don't want to paint you. So let's paint this a little bit down here, so it doesn't immediately shout. Yeah. Let me try and paint it on the inside also a little bit. Sorry for that. Okay, let's spread it a little bit. Looks like the paint is thicker on some places. Told you before, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be like look like complete crap either. Then we need those legs. So these are the distance legs. Five of them. And I go fast, get the right tool for this cruise.
A few moments later.
So I got myself the right tool. And now we can start to put the things in place. Let me see if there are washers along. No, no washers here. But okay. Let's shift a little bit more to the front. And let's see what we can do. So this is the first one. There we have to put the stopper in. Yep, like this. And then so this one goes with the flat side to the wall. So screw, and then in the pre-drilled holes we made. Next one here. You can hang a cow on it, which we will not do, but you can. I believe it would be strong enough. Now for me the curious part was how these two go together. This one goes in the other part, and then here comes a bolt in, which then holds both together. It's actually a neat trick. But yeah, it's a neat trick. Let's leave it better. Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want. But yeah. Then we put the stopper back in. So that's it. The only thing we then have to do at the end is adjust the stoppers. I will now get the door and hang it in and hope that it works. I will have to make a mechanism then to somehow lock the door on this side, because the whole thing actually falls to this direction, which is good for the rain, but it's not that good for a door which moves in that direction. The same like this window. When I open the window, it always falls close because it goes down here. So that's it, magic moment. And I think I have to turn the door around. No, it works. The guide which comes down here has to be precise enough that we don't touch here. That's a neat, nifty little door. I like it. Then we pass by here. Then I have to remove this a little bit and put the stopper completely out so that the door actually goes to the end. Here the stopper is okay. No, stay here, not that you run away from me. Don't need that now. So that, and then we have to fix this up. But I think this Allen key which came with it is too small. Yes, it's way too small. Stay where you are. Okay. So I could have moved, and I can still move the whole thing. Yeah. By how much do we have here? Left 11 centimeters. Oh, that's too much. Move the whole thing by 8 centimeters. Oh, I leave it like this. We could leave it like this actually. This way it closes here. I have a plastic angle which I can put here to close the gap as much as possible. And then it's open like this. Yep. The last thing missing is now the lower guide. That one comes down here. Like this. Now I just have to check where the best place is, right? So what I have to do is it has to pass here. You can see it in here. That's where it has to pass. So let me get a marker. So. So, now I put here something in between up to create a little gap, and the wasp is back. Create a little gap. The door looks perfectly straight like this, and now I can mark here where the guide roller goes. Inside and outside. Then I will lift the door away. And fix the guide. The reason why I use this drilling machine is the impact force is very small on this machine, so the chance that the tile breaks is very small. The drill is getting very hot, you can see the blue color. Also make sure that it's a short drill, because under the tile is concrete, and under the concrete is a seal to make the ground waterproof. And there I don't want to drill through. Now I use screws to hammer the pegs in, so that they don't actually hit the tile itself. And we've seen before that this is very close to the ground, so I brought some washers to actually lift it up. Yeah, this should be the right size. stainless steel washers. Okay, 3 is not enough. Let's put 4. Let's even try 5. The washers are 0.75 diameter, so in thickness. That should work. So let's see. Let's see if it works. If it scratches, I will remove 1 or 2 of the washers. So we go here, then I lift it up and in, so we can pass here. And the door opens so far. Let me see when we completely close it. So even if I press it a little bit towards, it's close. Let me see if I can shift the guide a little bit front. Great. Looks like it works. Yeah. So the only thing that is missing then is that I close this part till here and then make somehow a locking mechanism from here to there. Maybe just a magnet, strong one. Good. Now I can cut the wooden angle back, which was up here. This one. I can cut it back and fix it back here. And then I'll check how to best close this. Maybe put the brush here. I will see what goes best. And at the end, I will still place something over here just to protect it a little bit from the weather, even though that, as you can see, the roof is above, so nothing much should come there, but yeah, I think it's the right thing to do. So this was here. Let me get the jigsaw. Let's see if it fits. Yes, it does. Oh, on this edge, a little bit paint again. Also, I cut the edge off fast. So, cut it off a little bit like this.
A few moments later.
So let's see if my roller is still wet enough. Yep, it's enough to cover this one a little bit. And of course to paint my hand. Now a little bit of thicker flex on it to seal it off again. Okay, this is finished. So I just put on the back a little bit of thicker flex on it. Soon the thicker flex will turn white because I didn't have any black one anymore. But that should not be an issue. Then we can put it back up. So then we screw it back down. Just use exactly the 2 screws we used here before. 1. And 2. And then I will seal this one black, and that's it. Because here the gap, with all the measurement I took, it's still a little bit wider than expected. But I don't have to show you how that one walks then out. You can see the gap. It's a little bit too big. Yeah. Also, most likely down here I will make something that the cat cannot come in. But yeah, that will be when I fix the wood on this side, which is not part of the door anyway. So that was it with the door. I'm glad you were here. Hope you like videos like that. I'm always doing one thing or the other on the house. And with this one now I'm almost completely done with the sauna. I'm happy about it. The sauna works, by the way. I already use it. And yeah, there is a possibility, there is a way to support me financially. You can subscribe a membership, which is $4.99 a month. Would support me. The money goes to me, it doesn't go anywhere else. But I will show you the videos either way. If you pay me or not, it's fine. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come back for more. Have a nice day. Bye bye.